Courtney Van Eaton, friend.
Taylor House, friend.
Liz Kale, friend.
Callie Serna, friend.
Alexis Dennis, friend.
Okay. Patriotism is a devout love for one's country. The idea of patriotism has inspired controversy since mankind divided itself into distinct societies. It spreads from one soul to the next like an unstoppable wildfire. It is a disease full of determination and pride. The definition of patriotism cannot be defined by a dictionary, but by the people. From America's founding fathers to today's courageous men and women of our military serving across seas, this disease, known as patriotism, fills our hearts with the will to protect freedom and our country. It's in all our hearts, and it brings out the compassion, courage, work ethics, and bravery in us all. It's our duty as Americans to honor the freedom, this country, and those who have served to keep it. Police brutality may be a fact of life in the United States, but nonetheless, this nation and those who have fought for it deserve our respect, demonstrated by standing for its anthem. This controversial issue has led to a divide between people all around the country, but who started it? To begin, let's start with a little background information on this issue. The most noteworthy part of the national anthem before a sporting event was the great singing performance or a riveting flyover. Colin Kaepernick changed that. All eyes during the national anthem are now on San Francisco 49ers quarterback and other athletes of various teams and sports that have joined him in kneeling or sitting during the national anthem. He first made headlines when he decided to sit during the anthem in the 49ers' third preseason game. According to Kaepernick, it is a way to use his voice and position as an NFL player to effect change for the people who don't have a voice to create it. He told reporters, "I am not going to stand up to show pride in a flag for a country that oppresses black people and people of color. To me, this is bigger than football, and it would be selfish on my part to look the other way. There are bodies in the streets and people getting away with murder." Now that you have a little bit of background information, there are many reasons why this act of free speech should not be allowed. The main and inevitable reason that the protesting of the anthem should be banned is the overall respect for the country and the people who fight to protect the nation and its people. According to Jeffrey A. Powers, Colin Kaepernick's protest hit home and sparked anger in the retired Marine. Many friends, Marines, and Special Forces soldiers who I worked with returned with the American flag draped over their coffins, says Jeffrey A. Powers. Now I watch multi-millionaire athletes who never did anything in their lives but play a game. Disrespect what brave Americans have fought for. Not only did this form of rebellion hit home to the soldiers that actually fight, but also it shows respect to the families of the soldiers. The second reason why this act should be banned is because of the simple hypocrisy. If players that are representing their nation or state a part of this nation, then they should stand for a flag that represents the very nation they are representing and playing for. If they cannot do so, they should not be allowed to play the game. According to Christopher J. Scalia, writer of the article, "Players who protest the national anthem should quit national teams," says that the gestures of the players are insecure and hypocritical at best. If a person is going to play a game and represent our nation, while doing so, the players need to practice their respect and show it by standing for the nation's anthem. Lastly, many people may argue that it is these players' rights to do so, and the soldiers who have fought for this country fought for those freedoms, including the freedom of speech. This may be true, but because those men fought for those rights, it's the very reason you should stand and respect the nation and the freedoms we have. Without them fighting every day to protect these rights and our country's freedom, these players wouldn't be able to sit during the anthem. Without a doubt, freedom of speech is a right given to the people of this country. But the hypocrisy of this gesture is absurd and overruling, and overall should not be allowed. This world will never be a perfect world. There will always be sides and discrimination that comes along with them. Only in a perfect world where will everyone be equal, and America just isn't that perfect world. Although Colin Kaepernick claims he won't stand to honor a flag until this world changes, he'll be standing for as long as this earth rotates because there will always be a divide. The fact is, this nation as a whole is not racist. Not everyone in this nation supports the bad cops that discriminate against the black people. That does not represent our nation as a whole. That is only a handful of those close-minded people who don't see everyone as equal. Standing to show support for your flag takes a minute. Respect needs to be given for the real heroes who defend our freedom we have and the rights that these players have to do what they are doing. They need to honor the rights that they have and to respect for having them.